7:48 this morning, a bomb exploded on a train outside of Chicago, killing everyone on board.
What is my mission?
A secret program called The Source Code will send you back in time to relive the last 8 minutes of a passenger's life on that train. Find the bomb, and you'll find the bomber.
Let's talk about your character for a sec. She's sort of at like a crossroad in her life.
That's right.
She hasn't really met her full potential yet. And then you have Jake's character who suddenly comes in and sort of convinces her to really take control of her life.
You know, there's people in your life that sort of inspire you to kind of change your life, do something differently. And this guy happens to be a stranger on a train. And sometimes it's easier to be kind of more honest and open with a complete stranger than it is to even be with yourself. And this is a particular movie where we kind of relive the same 8 minutes over and over again. And over the course of all these different source codes in which we live in, he really inspires me to go do something different with my life.
Has there ever been someone in your life that you can think of that sort of, inspired you to take control?
Yeah, there's always people. One person I think probably in particular, Robert Downey Jr. is a really incredible guy, and he's always been very encouraging to me. I worked with him very early on in my career on Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and he's just he's a very, very smart person, and he's been very, very supportive.
One of the main scenes in the entire movie is just it's being taken place on a train. I can imagine that can kind of be a bit of a challenge. I mean, you're constantly doing that over and over and over, and you have to, find a way to just make it more creative each time. What are some of the ways that you and Jake just, found that creativity?
We would huddle before each source code and kind of just find little ways to nuance it, just subtle changes, maybe tonally, just body language. But also, we did a lot of improvisation.
One of the scenes that I really like is when Jake turns to you and he says, what would you do if you had less than 8 minutes to live? And you just say, I'd make those moments count.
What would you do if you knew you had less than 8 minutes to live?
I'd make those seconds count.
It's the hook of the story. What are some of the things that you would want to do with 8 minutes left to live? I'm sure you've thought about it.
I'd want to be laughing. So anybody had a good joke, you'd have about 30 seconds to make me laugh.
So like Russell Peters.
Yeah, like Russell. I love Russell.
I will bet you $126 that you can get up right now and make all these people laugh.
Are you betting me or offering me $126?
But if I had 8 minutes to kind of go back and relive, I'd probably want to take 8 minutes from my wedding once again, because it's such a blur, and I'd want to go back and experience that.
For Captain Coulter Stevens, every passenger is a suspect.
Find the bomb, and you'll...
I think thematically this movie's about living one's life to the fullest, and it truly is about, if you look at your life and you had an opportunity to have 8 minutes back, what would you do differently?
I was trying to mimic Jake's character. I wanted to, reek of spontaneity like he does. He makes a ballsy move, gets the girl, and I wanted to know if you can give me 3 tips of how guys can be spontaneous like that.
I mean, you can't go wrong with flowers. A foot rub is really, really good. Any effort to cook a meal is a really, really sweet and endearing thing.
I made this for you, just on the go. It's homemade.
It's the hottest woman sitting in front of me. Wow, hey, oh my gosh. Wow, this is really cute.